think we need to invest into more insulation of properties so as they use less to heat, less energy. And I think we also need to use renewable energy sources much more.
Including solar?
Yes, because Germany, they're using solar to very good effect.
But you know, here in Kent, there's massive opposition to solar farms. So, that, you know,
but I think if they oppose a solar farm, what will they do if they get fracking? I mean, fracking, a solar farm is just going to sit there, isn't it, for 25 years and then it'll be cleared away. So their main objection to solar is that it's unsightly. In Germany,
I think also, sorry, just to chip in if you don't mind, that you're absolutely right about it being unsightly, but I believe that another objection to it is in many cases we're talking about good quality farmland, and we've got issues with food security as well as energy security, haven't we?
But then you see we can put solar on houses because it's not as if we've got solar panels on every south-facing house.
Nowhere near, have we?
Exactly. So there's plenty of scope there, and on schools, and on public buildings as well.
So you're saying exploit solar and other renewables first. What about wind turbines? Because that's another sensitive issue in the southeast, and this government seems to be reining back on its appetite for onshore wind farms.
I'm not against wind farms either. I think they're a good idea as well. I think what we want is a mixture, you know, because they're now talking about tidal energy, not necessarily these massive barrages like the Severn barrage, but smaller scale things.
And what about, let's go back to fracking and your opposition to it. What are your concerns, and when did they begin?
When did they begin? Probably when I first ever heard about it, before Bolcombe ever started. Because I think they're using up all the kind of fossil fuels, and fracking's the more difficult to get at ones. They've used all that's easy to get at, and now they're using the ones that are really difficult to get at.
Although the upside, isn't it, that the shale gas, I believe, I'm not sure about shale oil, but certainly shale gas is, though it is a fossil fuel, it produces less emissions, less dangerous emissions than burning more traditional types of fossil fuels. So it's a cleaner, slightly, I guess it's all relative, but it is a cleaner.
I think slightly. Another big concern I've got for Kent is the water. Now, we don't know for sure that it's going to contaminate the water supply, but what we do know for sure is it's going to use masses of water for fracking.
So you're more concerned, that's really interesting, you're more concerned about the overuse of water than actually the chemicals getting into the water. That's your bigger concern for Kent.
Well, that's because that's definite. We know, you know, however safe they make it, even if they make it 99% safe, it will still use masses of water. And we're told that Kent is short of water.
The industry says, Fran, that it uses about the same as a golf course, but then again, I think golf courses use quite a lot of water, don't they?
Yeah, I have to say I don't know how much water a golf course uses.
No, nor do I. I've never run one myself.
I can't comment.
It's not helpful.
How much
it's not a helpful statistic. Yeah,
uses.
Fran, I'm really delighted that you called in this morning. I'm going to move on to John, who I think has similar sentiments. But thanks ever so much for being there for us this morning.
No, it's a pleasure.
Fran in Tunbridge, anti-fracking. John in Newington, and we heard from Lee. He's